Hello everyone, this is Chetan Nanavakondre from Credentials Automation Pune, India, and today we will see how to use TSC printer as a computer. In this short demo we will see how TSC printer display is used as an output device, how keyboard connected to printer on USB host port is used as an input device, weight machine connected to printer RS-232 port is used as an input device. Then we will see implementing logical scroll bar on printer screen. Also we will see implementing logical bandwidth on data coming on Ethernet port, USB host port or RS-232 port. So we will cover first 3 points in a application given to 3M India for printing a carton label. So in this way at 3M India the existing carton label was applied. Then the gross weight, tear weight and net weight was applied on the label manually. You can pause the video and see how the existing system was running. Now we will see what we have given to 3M India for label printing. So we have given 3M India such a customized application using which they can program the TSC printer. So here they can enter the item code, item description, other printing information, required information, expiry in months, minimum weight and maximum weight which is required. Now we will download the program into printer memory. For this we have to connect the USB cable to the printer. Now we have connected it already. Then we will see what happens. So we will download. See, program is getting downloaded into printer memory. Logos are getting downloaded. Then in this way program is downloaded into printer memory. Now this printer is taken to the production line, and when it is switched on, let's see what happens. Now printer is taken to the production line and we have connected a USB keyboard onto USB host port and the weight machine on RS-232 port directly to the printer. Now let's see what happens when we switch on the printer. Now we have switched on the printer. Now let's see, our program will get executed. Yes, it is running. So here we can see the required label printing information on the printer screen, and we can use the USB keyboard to enter the information. So we don't require a computer over here. We can use the keyboard to enter the required information. We can use the backspace to delete the entered information. Now suppose we have entered this item code ABCD. So it is saying invalid item code entered, please enter valid item code. So the item codes that we have downloaded into printer memory at the time of programming, our program will take only one of the items that we have downloaded into printer memory. It will not take any other item. So let's enter the, so we have entered one of the valid item. Now all the other information that we have entered at the time of programming, it is displayed on the screen, and now it is asking to enter the shop order number. We will enter it. Now let's see. Now it is saying shop order number should be 6 digit long. 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. Now shop order number has been taken. Shop order number means the raw material lot number, raw material batch number, which is used to produce the finished good, and this is the lot number which it is asking. It is the finished good batch number. So we will enter the lot number. So lot number should be 9 digit long. We have entered the 9 digit long lot number. Now it is asking to enter the operator code. Let's enter operator code. So now our printer is ready to print the labels. Here we can see it is asking to keep the box on the weight machine and press the star button on the weight machine to transfer the weight to the printer. So for demo purpose, we have entered minimum weight as 1.35 kg and maximum weight as 7.55 kg, which we can see on the screen. So let's see what happens when we press the star button on the weight machine. Now we will press the button. So here we can see the weight has been transferred to the printer, which is a 0008, and it is asking that minimum weight is required weight is 1.35 kg and maximum weight is 7.55 kg. So label will not get printed. So if we give a weight within the limit, let's see what happens. So now this is a 1.750 kg, which is a weight within the limit. Let's see what happens when we transfer the weight to the printer. So here we can see as soon as the weight within the limit is transferred to the printer, the label is printed. Now this is a 000 number label, which is given to the quality for all the checking, and quality keeps this and on their register and signs the label. Only after approval of quality the next labels are getting printed. So this label is kept for reference to their register. Now let's see what we are getting on the printer screen. So it is showing last serial number printed is 000, last weight is 1.750. Other information remains the same. Now let's see what happens when we again transfer a weight within the limit to the printer. Now the operators will be doing actual weighing. Let's see what happens. Now here we can see label with the number 0001 is getting printed. Also here we can see the expiry date, which was given 24 months. The expiry date is calculated automatically and it has been printed, which is May 26. So the expiry date is calculated by using the RTC. Here we can see last serial number 1, last weight 1.750. Okay. Now we will print the next label with different weight. Label has been printed, and here we can see a counter on the printer screen, a 15 second, 20 second counter. If within that counter operator tries to print the label once again, it will not get printed. So each and every time operator has to weigh a new box, and that time of 20 seconds is adjustable. We will see the printer screen software screen once again, where it was given. So here in our customized application, we have seen that the timer was given here, 20-second timer. The end user can adjust it according to the cycle time of one carton box weighing, so that the operator has to weigh each and every box. He cannot weigh a single box multiple times. So here we can see two labels are printed. These are the serial number 1, 2. Even if the printer is turned off and turned on again, the next serial number for the same item code will be maintained. Means if we enter the same item code, even the printer is switched on, switched off and switched on again, then next serial number will be printed as 3. Now some batches on the month end keep on running for the first and second date of the new month. So for that purpose, the end customer need to make the expiry date as 1 month back. So that facility is given to them by using the hash month, by pressing the hash month. Now let's see what happens when the operator press hash month on the keyboard. Now we will press hash month, hash MONTH, and then enter, and see the printer is asking to enter the password to change the expiry date. So where we have set that password, we will again go to the software screen. Here we can see we have entered the password over here. So the end user can change it, and he has to again download the printer program into printer memory. Then that password will be changed. So now for this time it is given as capital ABCD. Now let's see what happens when we enter the password. Now we will enter a wrong password purposefully. So we are getting invalid password error, and again the main screen is coming. So only the supervisor is allowed to make such changes. So we will enter a correct password and let's see what happens. So we have again pressed hash month and enter the correct password as ABCD. Now it is asking to enter the expiry in months. Earlier at the time of programming it was a 24-month expiry date. Now we will enter 1 month less, 23. So see, now as soon as some changes has been done into the printer program, means system is now running in a deviation, which is not allowed. So the screen has been turned into black. Earlier it was white screen, now it is a black screen. Now let's see what happens when we print a label. Now we will print one more label. So label number 3 is printed, and let's see what expiry date. So it is 04/26. Earlier it was 05/26 with 24-month expiry date. Now it is a 23-month expiry date, and system is running in deviation. So in the same way, the weight of the carton can be changed by using the hash min max. This facility is given because in rainy season, due to moisture, the cartons get heavier. In summer season they get lighter. Also with hash exit, operator can change the item code. Now let's see what happens when the operator press hash exit. Also it can change the serial number also by pressing hash SRNO. everything is any such changes are protected with a password. Now we will see what happens when the operator presses hash exit. Now we will press hash exit, hash exit. So see, now system is again asking to enter the item code value, and now system is out of deviation. So this was the demo to explain the first 3 points. Now we will see to implement a logical scroll bar on TSC printer screen. So this is a program given to Bosch Chassis Pune to print the rejection labels. So these are the item codes for which the end customer prints the rejection label, and these are the defect codes with description, defect description. Okay, there is a line number, also add, update, delete for new item available. Again we have to connect. Now let's see what happens. Now we will download the program in printer memory. Connect the printer with USB cable. We have connected it. Now program is getting downloaded into printer memory. So program is downloaded into printer memory. Now program is downloaded into printer memory. We have connected the keyboard to USB host port. Now let's see what happens when we run the printer program. Okay, now let's see what happens when printer is switched on. Our program is running, and now the item codes that we have entered is available on the printer screen. Now below we can see press plus to scroll down, press minus to scroll up, press hash to page down, and press dollar to page up. Now let's see what happens when we press the corresponding buttons on a keyboard connected to the USB host port. Now when we press the plus button on keyboard, we can see we can scroll through all the items. When we press minus button, we can scroll back. When we press the hash button, here we can see it is page down, and when we press the dollar button, it's page up. Page up. Like this, operator selects the required item code, then he has to enter the defect code. Okay, suppose he enters a different defect code. You see, invalid selection, invalid defect code. He has to enter a valid defect code. We will enter the valid defect code now. We will enter a valid defect code. Defect code has been taken. It is asking to enter the operator code. So such a rejection label is getting printed. Okay, here we can see when we press 0000 and enter, we are able to change the path. Let's see what happens. 0 0 0 0 4 times 0 and then enter. Now again we are on a main screen. The 000 is given because only small numerical keypad is used at the client end. Now again he can select the required item code. This barcode is getting scanned into their MES system to record the rejected parts. So now we have seen the point number 4. Now we will see point number 5, implementing logical bandwidth on data coming on Ethernet port, USB host port or RS-232 port. So this is a public domain application which is used in one of the temple at Maharashtra in India. Here the receipts are going to be printed by using the TSC TX200 as a computer. So we will download the printer program, connect the printer with USB cable. It is already connected. Now program is getting downloaded. Okay, now program is downloaded into the printer. So we have given a static IP to the printer 192.168.1.101 and our laptop will be working as a server and our printer will be working as a client. And one program is running on the server which will take the data sent by the printer and save it into the database. So let's see what happens when we run the printer program. So now printer is switched on and now our program is running. And now it is saying that searching for server program on network. Unless and until the server program is available, means the program which is saving the data sent by the printer is running on the remote computer. Unless and until it is not running, this screen will not be converted into next screen. So it is now searching on the network that whether the program is running or not. Now the program is not running, so it will keep on searching. Now let's see what happens when we run the printer program or server program on the server computer. Now we will run the server program. Our printer is still searching for the server program. Now our server program is running. Let's see what happens on the printer screen. It is still searching. And now it has got the connection, established a connection with the server application on network. Both this server program and this printer are in the same network. So here we can see for our printer 192.168.1.101 it is connected. For other printers it is not connected. Total there are 7 to 8 printers working, and one single server application takes data from all those printers and saves it into the database. So here we have reduced the 7 to 8 computers, their license key, their operating system cost and everything. Now let's see how the printer program is getting. Now it is asking to enter the name of the pilgrim. We are entering it with a keyboard connected on the USB host port, asking to enter the mobile number, address, pin code, go This is related to Hindu religion, male or female or couple. Male, when we press F, female will be selected. When we press C, couple will be selected. So it is a male candidate. Now it is asking for a confirmation that everything is entered, whether it is correct or not. When we press enter, this data will be sent to server for saving purpose, and label and the corresponding receipt will be printed. If anything they have to cancel, they can press a minus to cancel. Now let's see what happens when we press the enter button. Now we will press the enter button. Our server application is running, and our server application is running. Now we will press enter. We will press enter. We will press enter button. So here we can see the data has came onto the remote application. Whatever we have entered, it has came over here, and it is saved into the onto the remote server. And now it is asking, so information is saved onto a remote computer and receipts are getting printed. We will see one more cycle. When we press the enter button, data is came on the remote computer. This setting, data sent to server. Okay, labels have been printed, and it is now ready to take the next pilgrim information. Data is available onto remote computer. So this empty space here, actually advertisement have been printed. Credential has given this system free of cost, and the revenue was through the advertisement. So to reduce the cost required to implement the system, we have implemented only the printers at each station. No requirement of computer or any other device. So in this way we can use the TSC printer as a computer. So here we can say this application as a pure 3-tier application, in which this is the GUI layer, which is visible to operator. This is the business logic, where the data is saved, next serial number, next receipt number is generated and given for printing, and database is the third layer. So here we can physically see the 3 layers of 3-tier application. First layer, second layer, and database is the third layer. So in this way we can run any ERP on the printer screen. Even SAP can be run on the TX200 printer screen, that also without a computer.